When we planned our time in the Greek islands, Naxos wasn't supposed to be the highlight. It was a place to come to after Santorini, a place to unwind a little bit, take a week off, kick back, chill out a little bit, enjoy the beaches around here, really just have a bit of a holiday from some of the travel we've been doing. So it was a bit of a surprise when we left Naxos, and now when we look back, how much we enjoyed being there, and that it was possibly the top spot we visited in our 4.5 months of travel. So why did we choose to come to Naxos? Well, I guess the simple answer is it was a stepping stone on the way to Turkey. It's always interesting to see the reality of a place compared to your expectations before you come. We thought there would be really nice beaches. That turned out to be true. The wind on Naxos was a bit of a surprise. Probably shouldn't have been if we'd done our research. But where we were staying, Agios Prokopios, probably tends to be the better part of the island for wind. As I mentioned, we spent a whole week on Naxos, so 8 nights, 7 days. That's right up there with our longest stay anywhere on the trip so far. And I do wonder if that kind of sways your thinking towards what you think about of a place when you leave. Sometimes the longer you spend somewhere, the better you get to know things, and you might enjoy it more because of that. But I think with Naxos, if you were here just for 3 or 4 days, or whether you were here for 2 weeks or a month, I think the reality of the place is probably similar. If you ask anyone that knows us, they would probably tell you that we're not beach people. And if we asked ourselves that, we'd probably think, we'd probably, prefer to be having a walk in the shade, not out in the sun, not getting too hot, not spending too much time at the beach. But this trip in general, some of the places we've been, and Naxos specifically, has kind of surprised us that actually we do really enjoy being at the beach. It helps if you're staying nearby where you can retire from the beach back to a shady spot that's cooler, and you can sit and read. We don't typically like to just sit on the beach on a lounge chair and get super hot and read our books there, or drink beer, or have pizza or anything like that. We're not really into that sort of thing. We definitely have become the sort of people that like to wander to the beach, take a swim, cool off, enjoy the beautiful crystal clear water that they have on Naxos, and just treat it as part of a daily activity. I think we swam at Agios Prokopios every day that we were there, and we had a pool as well, so there was a nice pool at our apartment, so we could make a choice between pool and beach, but we would typically do both. But yeah, it was a bit of a revelation to us that we do really enjoy going to the beach, and we enjoyed being beach people for a week. It's a working, normal Greek island where people live, work. People come here on holiday a lot, obviously. Tourist boats don't come to Naxos as far as we could tell. So when we were in town, it was busy, but it wasn't touristy busy. It's a place where locals, I think, and visitors use the buses. The buses service a lot of different places on the island. The town centre itself, very nice. We enjoyed wandering around there. The restaurants and bars there, we stopped at one place for lunch one day. Very warm and welcoming people. A really nice vibe in their town and on the island in general. So one thing I should say is that we didn't try and do everything on Naxos. It was a week off, a holiday, a break. There's so much more of the island we could have gone to see. If we ever went back, we would hire a car and go looking around the island for a couple of days, because it would allow you to stop at a few places that would be difficult to stop at with the bus. The far end of the island, we never got anywhere near that. So we really only looked at the places nearby that we could walk to, plus the bus into town and the bus up into the mountains. And that was kind of a conscious choice to do that. We didn't want to run around trying to see everything and do a whole lot of stuff. We really wanted to have a bit of a break and just relax. And Naxos was perfect for that. So if you're looking for a place to have a break, I think it's perfect for that. But it's also a big place. So if you want to go and have a look at a whole lot of Greek architecture and ruins and other stuff like that, there's some of that stuff around as well, and there's plenty more beaches than what we got to see. So the key question now is, would we go back to Naxos? You would have seen, if you've watched some of our earlier videos, that we've talked a lot about possibly not going back to any of the places we went to in this 4.5 months, because we value going to see new places, and we wouldn't want to repeat some of the things that we did and saw. But I think with Naxos, if we were in the Greek islands again, perhaps visiting new islands, we'd probably want to come back to Naxos, I think. It's a very nice place. We enjoyed it a lot. It's got great memories for us. There's still more we could see there. We might stay somewhere different this time just to make transport easier in terms of seeing more of the island. But our experience of being there the first time, definitely we would go back to Naxos. And in terms of anyone asking us about the place, we'd definitely recommend it to others. And like many other people, we've kind of had a few comments on some of our Naxos videos going, oh, I'd never heard of this place. Well, until a few weeks before we went to the Greek islands, we'd never heard of it either. That doesn't mean it's not an awesome place to visit. And if you get a chance to get there, then I'd definitely say check it out. Here's the summary of our costs for the week on Naxos. If you've seen one of these before in our other videos, it's pretty straightforward. It shows our accommodation, food and drink, cost of our ferries to and from the island, public buses while we were there, allocation of our mobile eSIM while we're on the island, and in this case we didn't have any miscellaneous or attractions and activities. All the costs are for the two of us for the week, and the cost per night at the bottom excludes any airfares or ferries. Thanks for watching, and if you're new here, maybe perhaps consider subscribing. Then you can check out some new upcoming videos that we've got of 2 more Greek islands. And if you've already subscribed, thanks very much. We appreciate your support, and yeah, we'd love to hear what you thought about the Naxos videos. And if you're planning a trip to the Greek islands, let us know. We can give you some further ideas. All right, catch you in the next video. Cheers.